Are you tired of all the negativity being spread around Diablo Immortal? Well, I am too. Let's spread some positivity. Hey guys, what's up? It's JKG Brandon back with some more Diablo Immortal content for you guys. As you can see, I have my brother from another mother over here, Trigger Happy John. I'm going to have a link for his channel down below. Please go show him some love. You guys have been showing me a lot of love on the recent videos. I really appreciate everything. So if you could, we are trying to hit that 500 subs by the end of October goal. So if you like what I'm doing around here and you want to help support the channel, drop a sub. It's free. Drop a sub to John. It's free. Like I said, link's going to be down below in the pinned comment. With all that stuff out of the way, we're going to kind of get right into it. What we're going to do is, I'm a little bit tired of all the negativity around Diablo Immortal. Not so much that I disagree with the negativity. There's plenty of negative stuff in the game to go around. Yep. But I just kind of want to shed some positivity now that the game's about 3 months old, give or take, and John and I have pretty much been playing since day one. I want to kind of touch on basically like the top 3 things each of us, like about the game and everything like that. John, I'll let you go first, but thanks. If you want to go ahead and give us your top 3, and then kind of give us a little introduction to your channel for my viewers and stuff if you're not familiar with yourself.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much for having me on, guys. Definitely always fun to hang out with my boy Brandon. We talk all the time. It's a good communication and a good friendship that we've developed over the course of, obviously we've known each other before Diablo Immortal, but now that we're playing Diablo Immortal, we talk to each other every day, and that just kind of builds that camaraderie, right? Like, I don't think, very rarely is it like I go a day or two without talking to you. And that actually brings me right into like the first thing I really love about Diablo Immortal is the community. Like, don't get me wrong, some of you guys, when you leave comments on our YouTube videos, can be kind of toxic. Let's not lie. But the best thing about it is some of you guys actually have positive comments. You guys leave feedback like, hey, yeah, I'm dealing with the same things. And because this is a grinding game, there'll be times where we'll be farming and we'll be talking the entire time we're farming, having a general conversation. A lot of people out there could be lonely. And playing Diablo Immortal, you do make friends. You do communicate with one another. You hop in a voice channel. When you're playing anyways in the game, if you utilize the system in Diablo, and you just make that friends. And I think that's the number one benefit of Diablo Immortal is just the fact that the camaraderie that you share and the experience you to have with everyone else is huge, in my personal opinion. I think if I were to say a second topic of what is great about Diablo Immortal, or something that I really enjoy about the game, is the simple fact that it's portable, right? Like, it's a mobile game, and you can totally design it like a mobile game, and it plays very well as a mobile game. Whereas a lot of games out there, we come from a gacha background, and obviously those are mobile type games, but when we go to play them on a computer, it's kind of clunky, it's a little rough. When we play games like Diablo Immortal, it doesn't matter if I'm playing it on my PC client or if I'm playing it on my cell phone. I get the same exact experience almost night and day, because they've done a good job of just building the platform around what they said they're going to build it around. And that to me, it's those little things. To some people, they may say, "Oh, well, it's kind of dumb or kind of weak, John." It's not, because when you go into a product or a game and you have an expectation, when they meet that expectation, then that's a home run. 9 out of 10 times, especially in today's economy and today's way everything works, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen very often. So the fact that they were able to nail the fact that it plays well on mobile and transitions well to PC and kind of bridge that gap, to me, it's definitely a huge win. If I had to say there's a third thing that I enjoy about the game, it's harder to come up with the third thing, because to me it's hard for me not to just say like some sort of camaraderie, friendship, the rite of exile, like that kind of aspect, because that to me is so powerful in a game to bring people together like that. But honestly, the third thing that I would say that Diablo Immortal has done well on is the fact that they've kind of stayed true to the general roots, like other than the whaling. Obviously, the spending's got out of hand, but the fact that you're grinding day in, day out for upgrades, They've stuck to the ARPG type roots of the game. You do farm all day, every day, and the drop rates unfortunately aren't great like they were on Diablo 3, but they're very similar to like Diablo 2 drop rates, where it does take you thousands of drops to get one good piece of gear, no different than it is on Diablo Immortal. So they've kind of went back to that and paid homage to that, which I think is a good sign, because I mean, as we're prepping for Diablo 4, you want to see them go back to their roots. You want to see what really made the franchise the IP. And even though we all hate the fact that it takes forever to get a good drop to happen, I think that's something that's good, because it shows promise. It shows the fact that they listen to our cries, our pleas, and like, hey, this is what we need. And they're staying true to the roots of what the game is. And even like updates coming forward are kind of adding more content, and they're kind of listening to us more and more. But they're also not betraying themselves, I feel like. So I think that probably be the third thing that I really have to say I like about Diablo.
Right on. I pretty much agree with all of those. The community has been amazing. Getting to chat with not just other content creators like yourself, and in the Aftershock United group, but just other people who don't make content at all, from around really around the globe. We have a very diverse group of people, and
Oh yeah.
I love everybody in our sphere, basically. And I do love that they have, at least especially with this last major update, and we'll do the air quotes there. It does feel like they have taken a lot of the feedback, not everything obviously, but they have taken a bunch of the feedback and kind of worked it into the roadmap of what they're trying to accomplish. So I also definitely do see that as well. For me, my top three, this is my first ever ARPG / MMO, any type of game like this. I come from a console background, played a lot of sports games and racing games and stuff like that. Huge Gears of War guy, right? So for me, the aesthetic is one that I love. If we can kind of, I'll bring up my cosmetic here. The cosmetics, I think for the most part, they've knocked them out of the park. Not so much with the barb always, because some of them look a little funny. I can't lie. But in general, the cosmetics, just, I love the cosmetics in this game. Every class seems to have something about them that looks really dope. And visually, I love that. That's what keeps me around a game longer than anything, to be completely honest. I played Raid Shadow Legends for over 3 years because of the art style and the community.
Right.
So that definitely hits home with me. The second thing that I would say is really just kind of the grind aspect of the game. I'm definitely in the minority on this. I 100% know. I love just logging in and just cruising around like I'm doing right now. Just I turn in anywhere from on an average day, when I'm not working overtime or something at my day job. On an average day, I probably turn in about 10 to 20 bestiary pages a day, because
That's
I just open world farm like nobody's business. I have a situation. I mean, you don't get as many unique pages doing that. As far as the numbers are not in my favor as far as getting the unique pages and getting that 100% completion for the bestiary. But I do get a lot of chances for legendary gear and stuff like that. And as we move into Hell 5, I get a lot of chances for gold, which is something that I definitely need to upgrade my gear. So that's just the grind aspect. I really love that, which is kind of something that I didn't think I would enjoy. That's actually the reason why I didn't play any MMOs or ARPGs prior to Diablo Immortal. Is I thought I was going to hate it. I thought it was going to bore me to no end, and I just actually took to it like a fish to water. The third thing, again, would have been community, but yeah, John took community, so I did have a distant fourth out of my three that I had in mind, and it's actually This might sound a little crazy to a lot of people, but you can see I'm running. I'm running around an overworld in my arena build. If anybody was paying attention to what I was doing, I have come to love arena and just
Oh
PvP in
wow.
general. Um, yes, that's where the whales hang out, and yes, I get worked by the whales. But the PvP aspect of Vault, especially, I
Okay.
really enjoy going in there with a 4-man team. We're all on comms typically. We're all in a chat, so we're very well coordinated. And it allows us to go in and really feel together. It's us against the world in the vault. In regular battlegrounds, it's not quite that same vibe, uh, but I love testing out different builds, especially with the barb. We have so many different things we can do. Like this particular build, I have my furious charge, I have my leap. It's highly mobile, and we can kind of go in, get out, do a little bit of damage, a little bit of CC. More importantly, the CC than the damage with the
Right.
barb specifically, in my opinion. But I've actually come to really enjoy PvP in general in this game. um, so yeah, that's my third thing that I really like about the game. I have no plans in quitting anytime soon. Barb Gang for life as well. I know John, he would be Demon Hunter Gang for life, but he did go to Seder for, what was it, 30 days, I think it was, right?
30 days. I lost a bet, ladies and gentlemen, and I had to go Seder for 30 days. I was
Yeah.
this close to quitting this game because of that bet. So at this point, I am Demon Hunter for life. We aren't going anything else. We're not doing
Yeah,
it.
and again, if you want to see, that's all documented on John's channel. I'll definitely have his channel in the pinned comment below. So if you want to see his
Oh yeah.
misery and everything like that, definitely hit up his channel and take a gander. It's highly entertaining, guys. I
Thanks.
think
Thank you. I'm glad my misery can entertain you all.
I mean, that's the life of us YouTubers, right? Like we,
That's right.
you
That's
know,
right.
everybody can have fun. it's
Yep.
it's only the good ones. Only the good ones can smile through the pain, right?
Exactly. Exactly
uh,
right, ladies and gentlemen. He speaks wisdom. He speaks wisdom.
do you have anything more that you have that you'd like
Um.
to add or?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about. So we brought up a lot of good points, guys. Like we literally gave you between the two of us 6 different like positives with the game, and I feel like the atmosphere and people who are watching this who know me from my content know I put out some not so great videos that were always positive, but they're realistic. And I just want to bring it out and let everyone know, like when you hear me and Brandon talk about these types of features and these types of games and the things we like about these games, we are being real with you guys about like how we feel about them. It's not like we're not saying the game is bad. Not once has either one of us ever said this game is just trash, is terrible, or dogged the game. We've pointed out some flaws, sure, but I feel like the direction that Immortal's trying to go now that they fleshed out it's been 3 months now that they fleshed the things out a little bit more. You can see they're slowly starting to listen to us. The updates have gotten a little bit better for us to kind of improve our quality of lives and gameplay a little bit. And don't get me wrong, some of them have been a miss, and we're going to call them out for it. And I think that should be an honest truth that everyone can live with, right? Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing or a Debbie Downer. You call someone out, like it'd be no different than you calling out a friend. But we both love the game and are both playing the game and going hard on it because we believe in it, right? Like we're having fun playing it, we're having fun playing with each other, we're enjoying the concept. This is Brandon's first ARPG. He was introduced as Diablo Immortal. And the fact that he's still playing them, that's amazing in itself because this is definitely a pretty big hybrid to the ARPG community, in my personal opinion, because I come from that background with D2, D3, PoE, those types of games. And this is totally different. And the fact that he's loving it and enjoying it, I mean, that's an amazing sign for a game like this that's mobile, right?
Absolutely, definitely. Definitely jumped in on one of the more different ones out there.
Exactly.
And my goal is to basically ride Diablo Immortal and play Diablo Immortal until the Diablo 4 launch. And then at that time, I'm going to transition over to playing Diablo 4 primarily. And then we'll see if Diablo Immortal is still going strong. We'll see. We'll take that as we go from there. But hopefully we can, build our communities here through Diablo Immortal and have that tight knit community that we can take over to Diablo 4 and try to, have a nice little safe bubble for everybody to, have a nice safe space, so to speak.
Yeah, I think that's really key. I think that's important. I think that's what a lot of us are doing too.
Yeah. But I love the point that you made, just because something may not be, sound uber positive doesn't necessarily always mean that it's negative. And it's very healthy for us because we are needed, whether we're in a content creator program for the game officially, or we're just making videos on our own. The developers of whatever game it is definitely need to hear both the good and the bad so they can make the game better as a whole. So that's kind of the role that I see us in. We're kind of like reporters for the news. It's not so much that we want to, skew it one way or the other necessarily, but we just kind of have to tell it like we see it. And sometimes that's negative, sometimes it's positive. And that's kind of what I did want to do here. I just wanted to spread some light because, a lot of those, mega big YouTubers, put a lot of negativity in the air for Diablo Immortal really early, and it's been an uphill struggle to see anything positive recently. So that's kind of what I wanted to say there. Again, you guys have been amazing, showing love on the videos recently, guys, and just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And again, if you like the video, drop a like on the video. If you feel so inclined to help us get to that 500 sub goal by the end of October, go ahead and hit that sub button down below. It is free. And then also check the pinned comment for Trigger Happy John's channel and go ahead and give him a sub and watch all of his videos and drop some likes on those videos as well, guys. I'm JKG Brandon. Y'all been amazing. Peace.
Bye.